Hi, it's Dr. Melody Billiot here. I have a couple things on my mind today I wanted to talk to you guys about. I've had at least 3 or 4 women this week in my practice express to me some really major issues with not being able to experience self-care or take care of themselves and having skewed priorities. One woman hadn't been able to get in some of the things she needed to get into me lab-wise so we could actually have the data to figure out what was going on with her case. She had some outstanding labs that I couldn't figure out why she wasn't doing, and I had asked her multiple times, and I felt like a teacher who is demanding homework from a student. And so it just dawned on me, just looking at her, she looked so sad and so unhappy with herself because she called it procrastinating. She goes, "I'm so sorry I've procrastinated about this. I'm so sorry." And she kept saying, "I'm sorry." And I said, "Look, don't say sorry to me. Just maybe explain to me what you're running into. Like, what are the challenges that you're having in being able to get these labs back to me? Because it's going to help me help you. What can I help you with to enable you to get these back to me?" And she said, I work too much. Work is my priority. All I do is work." She pointed over to her bag and she said, "There's my computer, and I only put it away right before you walked in the room. I was still working while I was waiting for you. I will work before I leave. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and the first thing I do is check my email for work. And I literally do not have the 5 minutes that it takes to call the lab and make an appointment to go get my blood work done." And I said, wow, okay, so that's where we're gonna start. What do we need to do at this moment to help you put some order and some boundaries into your day? And how can I help you make a schedule that's gonna be more conducive to a work-life balance for you, that's gonna help you be well? So we talked about it a little bit more, and she's only been a patient for about a week, and she said, I don't eat breakfast. I barely have time for lunch. I eat at my computer. And I mean, that's basically what I do. My work is first, my child is second, and me, I guess I'm third or fourth. My husband's there, and then I'm after that. And I said, "What do you think is wrong with this picture?" And she said, "A lot. And I've been struggling with this for a long time. And that's why I'm here, because I've got to make myself a priority. I've got to make room for me." And my heart went out to her and a couple other ladies this week who I was talking to. I think we as women have to feel that we can do everything. I know I did feel like that, and I shared with her my story of how I used to basically work through lunch, work late, eat supper super late, 9, 10 o'clock at night when I was younger, justifying that I was helping people all day and that it was something I had to do, because if I didn't take care of that patient, that was going to be, very bad, and that I was taking care of people and making sure that they were okay somehow seemed a justification for not taking care of me. And I learned my lesson the hard way. I shared with her. I got sick, like we will and like we do when we don't put ourselves as a priority. When you're on a plane and something's happening, you've got to take the oxygen mask first. You have to help yourself. Once you help yourself, then you can balance those other parts of your life that need you, because if you're not there, you're not going to be able to help all the other people that need you. And for us as women, especially working women, all the other people that rely on us for their livelihood, for their mental and physical support, for their food, if we've got people that we feed on a regular basis. So for me, what I shared with her was that I had to realize that if I kept pushing myself like this day after day after day after day, I didn't take time off, I worked 6 days a week, and I did try to take some space in between, but when I was younger, my late 20s, early 30s, you're young and your body can seemingly take the punishment. But after a while, my body was no longer willing to take that punishment, and I started paying with energy loss and fatigue and issues with cycle and things like that. And so I started realizing I needed to put myself as a priority. So I shared with her, she asked me, well, what do? You work, you have kids, what do you do? And I said, I have learned to have care for myself. I take time, I sit, and I take time for eating. We in this culture seem to not be aware that the basics of life aren't even put in place. We have to eat, we have to sleep, we have to move. That's first. Those three things, eat, sleep, and move. We don't make space for our food. We don't take time to eat, to chew our food. I make sure that I have time carved out of my life to sit down and eat my breakfast. I get up early in the morning. I like to get up a little bit earlier than everyone else, so I have time to read. I have time to focus. I have time to breathe, do my breathing exercises. Sometimes I'll do yoga in the morning just to get centered and ready for my day. Then I have time. I make my breakfast. I make my breakfast for my kids. My kids start out their day with a good breakfast. And then I take time to sit there and eat it and savor my food and enjoy it. And then I get dressed and then I go to work. And then I have energy and space to give to other people. I take lunch. I make sure I've got time where I am eating good food and taking the time to breathe and taking the time to just sit after I've had a busy morning seeing patients for a good, 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I have to have time to rebuild that energy that I have to give to others. And so that's what I do, and I make sure I have that time every single day. My staff is super supportive of me, and they make sure that I am out the door and able to get that recharge time. And I leave at night. I don't eat at 10 o'clock anymore. I go home. So one of my patients was saying, I don't like my journey. I don't like my road. I'm traveling down this road and I don't like it. And I just said to her, it might be time to take another turn and pick a different road. Sometimes you have to look at your life and figure out what is going on here, what is not serving me any longer, what do I need to do to get back to that touchstone of taking care of myself. And that may mean you have to set aside time. Your work may have gotten used to you being there 24/7, that computer just attached to your chest, that computer being there all through the night. I have patients that don't sleep, get up at night and on their computer answering work stuff. People will then come to expect that from you. And one of the ladies said to me today, she said, I just know when I went to work and I started this job that I was going to be successful. I was going to make this work and I was going to be the best of the best of the best. And I said, how is that going now, 5, 6, 7 years later? She said, I'm burning up. I'm burning out. I can't do this anymore. Her health is suffering. Her life is suffering. Her joy is gone, right? So I really, really, really encourage you to take a look at what your life looks like. What is your journey? What is your road like? Do you need to make a turn? Do you need to change some things about your life? Do you need to change jobs? Do you need to just structure your time a little bit better so that you are priority? You are taken care of. You get food to eat. You get time to actually do that. You get time to eat. You get time to sleep. I want everybody to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. If you're not, it's time to take a look at the road that you're traveling. If you're not eating your meals every day, if you're not getting nutrients, your body cannot survive like that. It's not sustainable. So I would encourage you to take a look at that and make some changes. And if you need some help, please contact me. If this hits you in a way where you're like, oh my goodness, I need some work-life balance, please contact me at my office and I am happy to help you. If you are my current patient and you realize your work-life balance and your you time doesn't exist, contact me. So sleep 7 to 8 hours, eat your meals, have good healthy meals. If you don't know what that means or you need help with that, please let me know. Eat and sleep and move. You do not have to run a marathon, but you do have to move. You have to walk or do some yoga or do some Pilates. Dance. I have some patients who love to dance. They do Zumba, different type of dancing, Israeli dancing, one of my patients does. And she's encouraged me to do some Zumba classes. Not that I'm good at it, because I'm not. I like yoga. But, you know, try it. Try something new, but move. There's some, one of my other patients this week shared with me a low impact stretching class online in a I think it was a low impact aerobics class that she does on a YouTube channel. So now that we're all inside from COVID and we can't go out and do all the crazy stuff that we love to do or that we're out there doing, or the exercise things that we'd like to do, there's a lot of things you can do at home. So I encourage you to move, sleep, and eat well, and put yourself first. Put your computer away for a good hour before it's time to go to bed. Start to wind down, have a cup of tea, have a go to sleep routine. You know, get yourself ready for sleep. The blue light on your phone and on your computer is lowering your melatonin and keeping you from sleeping, and it's keeping you from sleeping soundly. So look at those things, put yourself first, change paths if you need to, and I'm always here to help. Let me know. Have a great day. Bye.